Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we are going to be having a look at the Quarren Soldier from Star Wars The Legacy Collection. Now this was recent. I actually got this recently off of eBay, and unfortunately I do know that obviously he is missing his knife, which I didn't realise at the time when I bought it, but that's one of these things that happens. I didn't really study the pictures properly, and unfortunately he is missing his little knife. But I mean, it's not a major deal. Apologies for the light here today. Obviously I'm filming this in the gloom in the UK. It's been another rainy, wet and horrible day, and it's getting dark already. But let's have a look at this this figure. I mean, I know obviously we've looked at a couple of Legacy Collection figures, so I like the design of these cards. I certainly wouldn't be putting in. I'd never have anything like this on the wall. Just that's not sort of the bag I like. I like to get everything open here. But I do like obviously that card back with that sort of stormtrooper or clone trooper. I think it's stormtrooper, whatever you want to class it as, stormtrooper helmet as the design of the card. And then obviously you do have a nice looking image of the Quarren Soldier. Although it is obviously an artist's image on that left-hand side. And this is BD number 15. And obviously it comes with a Build-A-Droid factory part. Inside the packaging, the actual Quarren Soldier looks really nice. Got some really nice detailing there, obviously on the head sculpt. We'll have a look at that in a little bit more detail when we get this out of the packaging. But nice front of the packaging. Let's have a look at the back. Okay, so on the back it gives you a little bit more information there about obviously the Quarren. I'm not going to go into that. If anybody wants to sort of read that, then please pause the video and have a look at that in a bit more detail. And obviously it does have a nice collection of the other figures that were part of this wave. And again, I don't really want to sort of run through that. Well, no, let's do it. Sorry. So you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, the clone scuba trooper, Sase Tin, I think is how his name is pronounced, the Padme Amidala, the IG Lancer droid, the Mon Calamari warrior, obviously the Quarren Soldier that we've got here, and a clone trooper. And obviously the build droid factory part that it does come with is this is the head of what appears, well, it's R7T1. So let's go back and look at the front before we get this out of the packaging. So one final look at the front of the card. This is actually, other than the fact that the knife has been taken out, which is meant to go in there. Excuse me. The card back's in really good condition. Not that, as I said, not that that actually worries me, but the figure does look pretty decent inside the packaging. So all that remains to be seen. So let's get this out and have a look at the figure. Okay, so here we've got the figure out of the packaging. Now, for anybody, I'm sure anybody that is watching this will know these. You know, the Quarren were actually sort of our native to Mon Cala, obviously, and they lived sort of with, or I should say, on alongside the Mon Calamari, but obviously always did have this sort of fractious relationship, and that's quite clearly highlighted in the Clone Wars. The figure itself is very nice looking. I've got to say, let's bring that in. The head sculpt is really nicely detailed. I mean, look at that. You know, these were obviously also known as squid heads, and you can obviously quite clearly see why, and hopefully we maybe get the original squid head that we had back in the 80s, maybe down the line, but I digress on that. But really nice looking detail on this figure. In terms of the articulation that you get with this one is a little bit more, I wouldn't say limited, because obviously it does have good articulation. So you've got articulation at the head with a swivel, although this is incredibly stiff because it's just come out of the packaging. I say that. That looks like that's not moving at all. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, apologies about that. It's just really stiff where it's been in the packaging for so long. So you've got articulation with the swivel, obviously, at the head, and the head does move up and down, so it's on a little ball. You've got articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows, and there is a swivel in the wrist as well, as a swivel at the waist. The only disappointing thing that I would say with this, yes, you know, it's not going to have obviously like that butterfly hinge or anything like that with the age of this figure. But unfortunately, there is no articulation in the knees at all, which is a bit of a shame as part of that legacy collection, because a lot of these figures did have that. And obviously he's got a swivel and a little hinge there at the foot. So other than the fact that you can't do anything with the knees, which is a little bit of a shame because this is a really, really good looking figure. Really, really nice looking figure. In terms of the accessories that you get with this one's going to be a little bit brief because obviously you've just got this spear, but that's really nice. It's a really nice sort of silver. You've got that sort of black strip along the middle, and a little bit of like a blue and a red dot down there at the bottom. So nice detailing on this sort of spear slash, what do you want to call it? I suppose it's a electro staff possibly, or spear. Nice detailing there. Unfortunately, as I already mentioned, I don't actually have the knife that was meant to come with this, which is a bit of a shame. And then I wasn't going to pull this open just quite simply because of where it is, but you get this. This is obviously part of the builder droid, so you get that sort of middle leg and this head sculpt for that R2 unit. So overall, actually, a really nice looking figure. I mean, you know, really good detailing on the back. He's got some really nice soft goods cape, you know, soft goods there around the waist. Very good looking figure from the front. The only issue, which is a bit of a shame with this, as I said, is that there is no articulation at the knees. Other than that, a really nice looking figure. Not quite sure you would possibly want to army build this one, really. You know, maybe it would be something that they could give you, but you know, in terms of sort of the bigger picture of the Star Wars universe, they are not involved as much. However, you know, we did obviously have the original Squid Head back in the 80s, which is well overdue. Obviously, sort of having that. But anyway, that's all there really is to say on this video. Good looking figure. If you can get this at a cheap price, worth picking up. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel and want to subscribe, please do. There'll be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions, any comments at all on the video, please leave them in the comment section and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.